I got my notes. So first of all, hi guys, I'm Kari. I want to start off by saying thank you. When I dropped my first video, I feel like accidentally found a community of like-minded entrepreneurs and creators, and you guys have been so supportive in the comments. I've been checking out your content. I want us to succeed just like you want me to succeed. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and for sharing your tips on how you've mastered market season, which is where a lot of us find ourselves right now. If you're new here, 3 years ago, I started a luxury fragrance company called Litatease. All my fragrances are inspired by literature, but this is the first year where I'm really focusing on in-person retail. And that'll be at markets, like it has been, pop-up events, and also wholesale. So I'll be sharing that journey with you. Let me know if you're an expert, let me know your tips, and I'll share with you everything I learned along the way. Which brings us to today's video, 10 common things that are gonna help you boost sales. Now, when I say common things, I do mean things that you may already own. Some things you might even have lying around your house. Other things though, if you don't have it already, they're easy to get on Amazon. If you hear my cat in the background, that's her snoring. She has a respiratory issue, so she snores even when she's awake. You wanna see her? Hold on. This is Sarah. She got a little booger. She always has little boogers. Say goodbye to the people. So this list that I'm sharing today won't include some $1,000 display system or a completely new shelving setup. These are common items. They're accessible. They are affordable for the most part, and affordability is relative, but most of these items are way under $100, and they really will lead to a boost in sales if you implement them. You know, I can't guarantee that, but I'm almost certain. And I'm sharing a free downloadable checklist to make sure you're ready for your next market or pop-up event. Details on how to download your free checklist will be at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so 10 common things you can use to boost sales. Let's go. Part 1, your setup. Let's start with your basics. This is everything everyone sees first when they approach your booth. And the number one common thing you can use to boost sales is a table riser. Get this, we all know that premium product in any shopping experience should be at eye level, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I did some research, y'all. So according to the Journal of Market Research, shoppers are even more inclined to purchase items that aren't at eye level, but are just under eye level, about a foot below eye level. And this is perfect for us because it means that your 6-foot folding table that you're likely already using, elevate that just a little with some $30 table risers. Here's my table at Market for Makers. You can see how it's slightly above the tables of my neighbors, and that's thanks to these easy to use table risers I picked up from Amazon. Again, they were about $30, and it makes a world of difference to my overall display. It stops customers from the indignity of having to bend over to smell fragrances. Instead, the product comes up to them. It makes it easier to experience my product, and it makes it more likely that shoppers will buy my product. So that's table risers. Elevate those tables, get them a little bit off the ground. Number 2, a step and repeat banner or stand. Now, this might also be labeled as a photo shoot backdrop frame, but it's going to help you to display your brand as much as possible, which is really important. This big branded banner behind me, game changer. I used a projector screen frame in this case, which I already had, so this cost me nothing. And then I covered that with a tablecloth and then used bungee cords to attach my 4-foot-long fabric banner from Vistaprint. This ensured that people could still see my brand from a distance. And if you don't have a frame like this, you can buy a backdrop banner stand from Amazon, and that might cost you about $90. But it's something that you can have and bring whenever you don't have a tent or a structure on which you can attach your fabric banner or some type of branding. Number 3 is a large framed price list. I don't care if everything in your booth is $10. You are going to want to have one main price list that everyone can defer to. Not to mention, shy shoppers would rather go without your product no matter how much value they see in it than ask you for the price. You can use standard printer paper, print a black and white price list and put it in a nice frame, and then put that frame in a high traffic area within your booth or space. Number 4, small price signs. So you've done your part to make your big, beautiful price sign that you put in a high traffic area, but somehow for 90% of your shoppers, that price list is gonna become invisible. I don't know how, but they won't see it. I can't explain it. Or they'll feel weird about staring at it to find their particular item on that list. I don't know if it makes them feel like they're ordering a Polish from a street stand, or maybe staring at it too long makes them feel like they look cheap. I don't know. But people will glance at that big, beautiful price list and then still wonder what the price is of the item they are holding. That's why it's important to have redundancy in your pricing, your price displays. So what I do is take mini chalkboards and put it next to each individual item, or put them next to each individual item, so that everyone knows the item they're looking at, what the price is of that item specifically. And that's in addition to the big, beautiful price list that I've already created. But it just helps people feel more at ease. Of course, all of us want transparency when we shop when it comes to pricing. And so it also builds credibility. They know when they pick up an item, oh, there's also a price list next to this, and it matches the price on the big, beautiful price list that you already created. Let's move on to part 2, making it all so easy. So once people are in your booth, you want to make it really easy for them to buy, right? Yeah. So that leads us to number 5, and that's your point of sale system, also called a POS system. Like I said before, use Shopify. It's tied directly to my inventory, and there are other more cost-effective point of sale systems out there, but nothing tied so intuitively to my inventory and to my website like my Shopify system. So that's what I use. Paired with a tablet stand and then the chip reader and a dock for that chip and card reader, it all looks so professional. It makes checkout seamless and fast. If you also use Shopify, you can create the same system for yourself at a fraction of the cost by foregoing buying the tablet stand that I bought. You don't need that. Also, the dock for the card reader, you don't need that. And the card reader is about $50. So you could create your own point of sale system, if you already have a tablet, of course, for about $50. I've seen some shop owners just take their tablet and have it in a case like this, and this is their point of sale system, just their tablet on a stand that they already have. I like my stand because I can flip the tablet to the customer if I want them to enter their email address or phone number. And I just think it looks better overall. It looks more professional. It looks like a checkout booth. Now, one key tip is to make sure you download your point of sale system app so you're familiar with how to quickly check out people before someone's staring at your face, making you feel uncomfortable. Make sure you know how to use the app, you know how to check people out, and you have no questions about just the intuitiveness of your electronics overall. Number 6, business cards, but with a catch. I recommend using business cards that are not single use. What I mean by that, there's so much waste. A lot of people like to say their businesses focus on sustainability. And if that's true, then get your name and information out there in a way that doesn't contribute to waste, in a way that's more than necessary. You know what I mean? So for example, like I said, my fragrance company, all of my fragrances are inspired by literature. So all of my business cards are actually bookmarks. And it's really cute. I have 3 different types, 1 for shipping and 2 for in-person sales. These bookmarks, I hope people use again and again as they're reading. And I hope every time they use these bookmarks, they think of my brand. And all of my information is easily available. I even have a QR code on the back of them. And I also got those printed from Vistaprint. If you're a skincare brand, I've always wanted to see blotting papers, which you can customize a pack of blotting papers for like $7 with your business information on them. And a $7 business card is crazy expensive, but if you have packages within your offering and someone buys the most expensive skincare package, that's an opportunity for you to also insert in their shopping bag a custom blotting paper pack that has all of your information and acts as a business card. Again, I don't have a skincare brand, so it's easier said than done, but I'm just brainstorming. Perhaps you can find something that is in line with your aesthetic and the overall theme of your business, and use that as a business card instead of just a single-use piece of paper that's gonna get tossed away as soon as they walk away from you. Another idea, if you sell jewelry, can you create custom cleansing cloths that already have printed on the cloth your business information? Customers will appreciate the extra effort you take to make sure you're in line with your sustainability goals. They'll notice and they'll appreciate your effort, but of course, do what works best for your business and your pocketbook, because none of this is free. Now, number 7 is to gamify your booth. Whatever you're doing, it should have a little fun mixed in with it. And especially is that true as shoppers are visiting your space. So what I like to do is have a QR code in a nice gold frame, letting everyone know that they can enter to win a candle accessories kit. It brings more people into my booth. It helps me gather email addresses. And I don't sell candle accessory kits right now, so no one is holding off on buying one of my products in hopes of winning. I think that's really important. If you can raffle off something you don't sell, that's, y'all notice I have a problem saying sell? Yeah, raffle off something that you don't sell so that you're not losing a sell by giving away a product, you know? I've seen people, artists, for example, have a small vending machine on their table where customers can input a coin and get a small, like mini painting. And that's a great low cost point of entry to future customers, future sales. And then I've also seen some people like to do a game wheel where customers can come in, spin the wheel, and receive a discount on their next purchase. I like to use my method because it helps me collect email addresses. And nothing is more important to your future marketing strategy than qualified email addresses and phone numbers. That's for sure. Part 3, looking and feeling ready. It's a lot to prepare for a booth and then stand and sell yourself and your product for, 7 hours at a time, 2-4 days in a row. It's a lot, which is why I think this common item is so important. Number 8, quality sneakers. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Do not sit down at your booth. Now, I say that knowing that some people literally cannot stand during their event for a variety of reasons. And in that case, of course, have a seat. But if you can stand, imagine walking in Gucci or Rolex and all of the customer service people are sitting in cheap chairs behind the counter. It's like, do you care about this stuff? You might be wondering, y'all got a job? You got a job?
You got a job? Baby, I own businesses.
You want your engagement to be obvious. You want to look approachable because the more approachable you look, the more sales you'll get. And in order to stand and have your mind in it, and because your feet aren't hurting, you need quality sneakers. Now, for the first public market I ever did, I wore some ones. Y'all, I don't know how people were ever playing basketball in them shoes. The Jordan 1s are the most uncomfortable shoes in the world. So for the second day of that same market, I wore some, I think they're called Original Grand Oxford style Cole Haans. And I'm standing behind my booth, so no one can even see my feet to judge, okay? And with my mind free, because my feet weren't hurting, I feel like that's why I sold more the second day. I don't know, maybe. So I recommend standing for the full length of your event if possible, so get some quality sneakers. And if you can't stand, consider getting a director chair, styled folding chair, so that even when you're sitting, you're about eye level with your shoppers. I hope that didn't ruffle any feathers. Do whatever you want. This is just my opinion. Number 9, interactive elements. Giving people something to do with their hands taps into that child in all of us and that childish urge to buy a new toy. So I like to give my customers a little theater by lining up different cloches for them to lift and experience each fragrance in a more dramatic way. It also helps to open up the scent of the candle when you smell it within the cloche, and everyone seems to really love that. I also have mini candles, which kids, their parents, and everyone loves picking up and smelling. Have some interactive elements, give your shoppers something to do with their hands. And then lastly, number 10, common items that'll boost sales, a quality tent. This is not the time to go cheap. Although my quality tent was under $200 and it's Max. I got it off of Amazon. I've heard other vendors say they also use this tent. I'm extremely happy with it so far. In the gale winds, I had 2 concrete blocks kitty corner on each leg, and the other 2 legs were going through it. They were being blown all over the place, and the tent did not crack at all. I was very pleased. I also hear that during a torrential downpour, that specific tent has really helped people endure their markets until that rain had passed and the market continued. So invest in a quality tent. And of course, I have affiliate links in the description below and on my blog, which leads me to the final part of this video, your free checklist, a gift to our community. And this is a live document, which means it's a PDF you can download. But if any of you have tips, if you felt like I missed something on this checklist, let me know and we'll add it so that we can all benefit. So how can you download your free vendor booth checklist? I'll tell you how. Visit my website, lovelitatease.com, and find the latest blog titled Kari's Must-Haves for a Successful Market Day in Chicago. Don't worry, the blog's on the homepage. It's real easy to find. Then at the bottom of that blog is a link to your checklist. Enjoy, you guys. If this has helped you, if you like this video, be sure to like this video, subscribe, and let other vendors know within your community about my channel. If you have any tips, feel free to share them in the comments below so that we all benefit. And if you're excited because you have another market coming up or your very first market, let us know. We want to hype you up. I want to hype you up. So please share your wins and even your losses with us in the comments below. Let's build each other up. So thank you guys. I'll see you in a couple weeks as I prepare for another market, but this time with a new sales goal. So stay tuned for the next video. See you then. Bye.